Yo, 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 yo. Come on, everybody. Let's get live. Yes. Hello, hello. Food tray. Choo choo. It's the haps here. Anybody on? Go make some coffee. Put some gelatin up in there. Way better than collagen, everybody. You spend a lot of money on collagen. All you gotta do is get some Knox or Walmart gelatin. Put a good 2 to 4 packets a day, whether you do them all in 1 cup of coffee or tea, or split it up. And it's gonna do great things for the joints, the ligaments, rotator cuffs, all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot cheaper than collagen. I think it works pretty darn good, you know. All right, so we're gonna back upstairs here now. Excuse me. Yeah. Hope I'm not getting a cold or something. All right, let's see what we got. We gotta do a little coffee. Now, what do I want for the cafe here? I don't know, man. Yes. How are you, Theo? See the eyes? Nah, I'm playing. No worry. Just on a little bit of caffeine. Candace, hello. And for anybody, thank you for joining. Please subscribe if you can. Uh, Definitely appreciate whatever you can do. The bars are in front of you down below as well, so you'll be able to see the options. Yes. Yeah. Not bad, Candace. Thank you. How are you? Just making a little cafe au lait. Yeah, just trying to figure out which one I want. I may go with the. I think I got a hazelnut down here, right? Is this the hazelnut? Smell it. Yeah. Is that the hazelnut? Or is this the hazel? No, that's not it. I guess I'll go with this one. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, not bad. You know, just gonna do my coffee and gelatin mix. You know. Yeah, it's always nice to. I'm running a little late today, actually. I'm normally up at like 1:32 in the morning, and I actually woke up at like 4 in the morning. It was like close to 4:30. It was like a little after 4. It was great. Then by the time I got up, I worked out. It was after 7. So yeah, was gonna do some shopping today, but probably gonna do that tomorrow. I'm pretty beat. I didn't think I'd be as tired, but I had a good pretty. I did back for my workout today, and I actually, yeah, I did a lot of shrugs, barbell shrugs, behind barbell shrugs, dumbbell shrugs, pull-ups, one arm rows. But I was trying to be more intense with it, so uh, yeah, it was it was tough, but it wasn't bad, you know. All right, now we're gonna get the coffee rolling. Yeah. All right. And if this was an ASMR, yes, coffee. But it's not. And please, Candace, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy. I do ASMR. You know, food ASMR. Yeah, please do. Definitely appreciate that. Where are you from? Tennessee. All right. Yeah, Massachusetts here. So, all right. Tennessee, nice. Used to love that song by Arrested Development back in the 90s. Tennessee, Tennessee. And I'm not going to sing the rest of it, but yeah, I'm a big hip hop guy. So I was born in '77. So I've been listening to the breakdancing music, Curtis Blow, Fat Boys, you know, all the original stuff. Gangster rap when it first came out, NWA, Eazy-E, all that. And then is, of course, where we're at now. Yeah, but yeah, I may be 47, but I'm still 20 years old. I mean, maturity, I'm 47, but, you know, my likings and desires and stuff in the sense of, like, I like bass for the car. I don't have it yet, unfortunately, but I might be getting some rims on the car, you know, stuff like that. You know, I don't get old and be like, oh, nah, you can't listen to rap. Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry, kids. I thought you were a teenager. All right, well, anyways, I guess this is, you know, all right, no worries. So you wouldn't know anything about that song or much rap. Well, how are you, Candace? You're not in school today? You sick? It's interesting. I put this isn't for kids, but I always get kids in my stream, and that's why I keep everything, you know, PG related, because I don't know who's on here, who I'm talking to, and I want it to be for everybody. So thank you, Candace, for joining in. But yeah, I'm 47, like I said. I hope you're doing. Oh, winter break, nice. Well, I hope you're doing well. I hope Santa comes and gives you great, you know. I mean, I still love Santa, but I love Christmas. You know, I don't know if you celebrate, but if you do, I hope Santa brings you everything you want. Obviously, he's watching now. He's looking down. You know, I know you're on his nice list, and he's a special guy. You know, I remember when I was younger, I swore a few times I used to hear the footsteps on the roof. You know, you ever hear that? You know, I remember sometimes I'd wake up at like be like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and I'd be trying to fall back to sleep, but I'd be so excited because you know I knew the tree was out there and Santa was coming and the cookies and the milk and all the good stuff. But I'd wake up and I think, oh, is that the footsteps on the roof? But I never wanted to go out and look because you know I was always you know kind of nervous that it would mess things up. But yeah, I hope Santa's good to you. Um, you know, I hope you get what you want. I hope you're doing good in school. Always remember, Try your best in school. Do your best because education is very important. Listen to your mom and dad. They mean well. What they say is definitely something to listen to because a lot of times I didn't listen to my parents, and once I turned 30 and definitely 40, I really realized that I probably should have listened to a little more of the stuff that they told me that I should have focused on and did. So always remember that, Candace, and always do your best, try your best, and always forget about what anybody else thinks of you, peer wise, school wise, whatnot. Just do your best in school, get the best grades you can, study, be the best you can be, and all the rest will fall into place. I promise you that. Trust me on that. And I think your parents would agree with me. But I do hope you have a happy holiday and thank you for tuning in. Demon Child, how are you today? Yeah, happy early Christmas too, my guy. How are you? Yeah, sorry, I was just giving some advice. We have a 8-year-old on. And that's why I keep my lives very PG related. I have people asking me to do some stupid stuff, and I won't do that because I don't know who's watching me. And it's not for kids, but it seems like, 17 and under are on. So this channel's for everybody, and I like to give advice to the young kids. Just because I do have a daughter, she's 17 now, and I've learned a lot in life, and I feel like that. I think a lot of times, maybe if they hear it more from their parents, and what I'm reiterating might be kind of similar to what their parents are saying, maybe it might make more sense because it really does. You know what I'm saying? Well, unfortunately, I don't know the home life and I don't know the dynamics, but I'm hoping everything is good and everybody's trying their best to be the best that they can be as a family member and as a family unit because that's all very important and everybody has to remember that. Parents out there, brothers and sisters out there and everything, remember you're a family unit, you're blood, you're all you guys have in the sense that of relation of people of trust, and you got to be together and you got to love each other, and differences and arguments and crap's going to happen, but you have to always remember that you're one. You're the same blood. Your mom and dad created you. You're all together. You grew up together. You know what I'm saying? You have to be together. You have to take that into account, and you have to all try as hard as you can every day to be the best family unit you can be, and how to listen to the differences of each other, and grow with that, and be a better unit. Yeah, you're right. No, it's all right. It's a K cup, but yeah, I'm preaching right now. Sorry, I have a tendency to do that. So yeah, here, let me do that. But no, I'm just saying, because it's important to me, It's important to me. I want to see you kids, because remember, you kids are the light of the world right now. You kids are the ones that are going to make the difference in this world. You kids are the ones that are going to make the changes. It's not about anymore. It's not about who has the best sneakers, who's the most popular, who's the this, who's the that. That's all irrelevant in the times of today. Yeah, when I was younger, when kids were younger, it was more prevalent and it shouldn't have been. But right now, you guys got to come together and realize, hey, we're the light of this universe. We're the light of this, and we can make these changes. Especially at 8 years old, you kids are learning. You're in the process of learning, so you can synthesize stuff in. You can ask your parents stuff. You can read stuff, and you can figure out ways to fix and to better our world today, because you kids are the next generation that's going to outgenerate us, me, and other generations, and it's going to be you guys that are going to be pulling the weight, and you guys can definitely do it. Well, thank you there. Yeah, I'm trying. It's all true what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's all the truth. I tell my daughter all the time. I say, well, you kids, he said, what happened? What needs to be done is their assembly needs to be happen, and there needs to be live feed of showing some of the tragedies that are going on. That might be a little hard to digest, but it's going to jolt these kids. And then you get them into a room. You get the popular kids. You get the kids that are in a special education. You get the kids that are everybody, and you assign them with one of each type of kid, and you give them a problem to work on, and they have to come up with a solution. And by doing these things and by seeing relations and by working together, there's understanding that's going to happen. These kids are going to realize that, okay, now this nerd or now this person that was in the sped class is offering something that is helping us to get to the greater common good. So maybe they're not so, stigmatized as they are now. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but if things were done on that spectrum, we can get these kids' mind going to the point that they can change the world and that they can change the future for the generations that come by. Because if you look at the path of events from when I was a kid all the way up, it's the same thing. The bullying, the status, the jock, the studying isn't cool, all the stigma, but yet nothing's changed. And the world is falling apart because everything's failing. And a lot of times the educational system fails because they don't get these kids to realize that they need to come together instead of being so distant, and that the stigma, that the stigma of this I'm popular, you're not, I'm better dressed, you're not, all that when it comes to when you're 20 and 30 years old and you're working full time and you're paying for your rent and you have a child by chance, and all that stuff goes out the window. And they got to get these kids to realize that now, and they can, because these kids are smart and they're more intelligent today and they're actually more mature, and it's a whole different type of generation than it was when I and others were kids of the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, etc. Well, thank you, Amy. Glad to have you back. Let me hold on, heat up this coffee. I'm going to do my gelatin cocktail for you guys. The people fail to realize certain things, and it's very, it's very, conceptual in a way. You know, you just look around. You look at variables. You look at concepts. You look at trends. You just look at dynamics. You look at what's going on. It's not hard to make any bridges, make any assumptions, make any conclusions. Make any way that you know, any way that we can try to fix a problem at hand that needs to be fixed and rectified. You know. And I say to everybody, whenever a tragedy happens, God forbid, whenever there's a school shooting, God forbid the United States was bombed today. Every race, creed, color, religion, nerd, mentally ill, mentally retarded, autistic, everybody, you name it, would be coming together, trying to huddle up and help each other. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't matter anymore. Wouldn't matter who you were or what your disability or what you looked like or what your color was or what your creed was or any of that. Because world annihilation and fear sets in. And then everybody comes together. Like I always say at a funeral, families don't talk. They go to a funeral, they see each other, all of a sudden everybody's freaking talking. Why? Because it's a tragedy, everybody's sad. And when everybody's emotionally distraught and sad, those emotions allow other emotions to be erased and disappear. And then through that, unity happens. So it doesn't need to be a tragedy for that to happen. People need to understand that now. And when it's understood now, it can make for things better. You know, people should be able to sit at the round table, as I like to call it, and discuss each other's differences and be friends and be fine at the end of it all without argument, without I'm right, you're wrong, fine. You agree that way, I agree that way. Well, look, why don't we come up with a way that we disagree and agree and agree and disagree and disagree and disagree and agree and come up with a way to put everything together to at least find a solution. And that's basically it on that. You know, there's not much more you can go on that. But I mean, and I'm in my heart of hearts, that's you know, something that, you know, obviously is not going to work because, you know, people don't think the way I do for the most part, you know. I mean, they do, but it's the little people that do. I mean, people making money in hierarchies and big business, et cetera, et cetera. They're not going to obviously think, oh, yeah, this guy, you know, yeah, we're going to listen to him, you know. But I'm just talking about, you know, maybe ways at school to get the kids, you know, better geared up to really, you know, trying to do better for that common good. And yeah, here's my gelatin. So I usually I'll do 4 packets. Today I'm going to do 3 packets. So the coffee's pretty hot. Just open it up. And I guess I told you guys, I just pour it right in the coffee. Blends up nice in there. You know, gets a little sticky. That's all right. I'm going to do 3 packets, 24 grams of protein right here. You know, so you make a cup of coffee, you got 24 grams of protein, unflavored gelatin, no calories, you know, good for ligaments, joints, hair, you know, skin, etc., bones, and you get protein with it. So, I mean, how can you go wrong? You know? And then what I like to do is come over to here. We're going to add a little stevia to that. You know, but you know, at my age of 47, you know, I've learned a lot. I've kind of understood a little bit more than maybe be understood, if you get that. And through different trials and tribulations in my life, and being humbled by humility and embarrassment at different times of my life and different years of my life, and understanding what walking around in humility is about, and what walking around with your head down is about, and what walking around not feeling self-adequate, not feeling like you add up is about, but yet taking all that and not shunning people and not hurting people. And it says a lot, you know? Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta throw something in the dryer. Totally forgot about this. So I just try to be as I be. I am who I am, you know? Well, I'd rather just call you Candace. That doesn't really sound right to me, to be honest with you. You're 8 years old. That's not something I'm willing to do. So, Candace, if you really are 8 years old, I will definitely call you Candace. But that there is definitely not acceptable in my book. Not for anybody over 18. And maybe not even at that. Well, y'all gonna know about Food Train Mike, and I hope you all subscribe, please. I'm a very moral man. I'm a very honest man. I'm an open book. I'm a stand-up guy. I do what's right. Okay? Yeah, I sin. Yeah, I do things that aren't right. But when it comes down to what's right, and when it comes down to what's appropriate and acceptable, that's what I do. You know? That's what I do. You know? I believe you're right there. It is the growth of the spirit. You learn to realize what is right to say, what is wrong to say, and you get that gut instinct upon the things that are going to come out, and the feelings that are going to come into play with the things that are going to come out, and you know how you feel. So yeah, I may act a fool on the lives, because that's an altered personality, and that's a fun time, and I do love doing that. Makes me almost thinking I could have probably acted, or I would have maybe tried it. I don't know. I don't know if reading lines, but I think I could have definitely been another persona, another type of character, maybe. You know, been another type of persona or something. Would have been nice to be another guy or something, you know. Acting out, you know. That's the cream I use too. I like this Organic Valley half and half. I'm not gonna type. I don't mind the hood, but for some reason I think on an empty stomach. Well, I had a good blend. I made a nice blend today. I did almost 3/4 of lemon, a little bit of ginger, nice amount of garlic, and I didn't have blueberries. I went through 2 pints of blueberries and like almost 2 blends. So I had 2 pints of blueberries and probably I don't know, close to like 3 lemons so far within the past, within these blends. So I should be drinking the blends twice a day to be getting more lemons, or lemons in me. But yeah, so I had a good blend, and then once I blended it up, I put a tablespoon of olive oil in there, drank that up, and it's all, and then now I'm just gonna have the coffee with gelatin. And this stuff here is pretty cheap. You get that at Walmart. Now maybe comedian, if I could think on the wit like that. I don't know if I could have done. I don't know. I would have had to fit the. I don't know about comedy. And I don't know about acting either. I think I could have definitely played somebody definitely different from me. Maybe an Italian or something. I don't know. How you doing, huh? No. Well, thank you. Yeah, that is true. One work, I make this girl laugh. She's in transportation. I make her laugh all the time. I come in there sometimes and she's like bawling how much I make her laugh. I can make her laugh easy. I remember I was actually in there. It was Monday, and I was doing something, and one of the finance guy came out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm making burgers." I'm like, "You want yours medium rare? I got hot dogs here too." I said, and she just started like cracking up, But it's just like all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's just like boom. I caught, so I'm there. They see me, and then all of a sudden, I'm throwing out. I'm cooking. People are like, huh? So it's just very, like I'll come in there with 2 energy drinks and they won't be opened. And then I'll just go like this, or I'll just sip one and the other, and I say I'm hitting 2 at the same time, and she'll start freaking out like, oh, it's not good for you. What are you doing? I've actually done stuff where I've faked to fall off the dock, and one employee went to catch me because they actually thought I was going to fall. So I mean, when I do stuff like that and I see that, I think then I probably could have. But this is at my age now. I wasn't like this at 20 and 30 years old. But I believe, if I was like this now, or if I had an opportunity now, you never know. I don't know. It's weird. But I know it's different on YouTube acting like this, but I'm saying the persona that I have, if I went for somebody, you know, in an acting career like the persona, I think then I could definitely, because like when in the beginning of the YouTube, I was very like apprehensive, but then when I started getting great comments, and I started like refining the persona and getting more comfortable with it, then it's all of a sudden like, oh crap, this is something I can do with it. Even when I don't feel like doing it, it just comes to me. It flows. So it's like once I start seeing that, then I'm like, well, now I know if people like this persona that I have, thank you so much, guys. Damn. I got to get you guys sometime. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you guys. I just have so many bills between my car payment, my car insurance, my daughter's car payment, her cell phone bill, my rent, my gas, food. But I got to get you a couple bucks at least. I could do that for you. Thank you so much, guys. You're great too. Like I said, Maine's Food Reviews. Shout out to Maine's Food Reviews. They've been a great inspiration for me. Shout them out. I love them. Yeah, the inspiration is wonderful. I mean, it's but I thank you for that donation. God bless you guys. You guys have always been a wonderful inspiration for me. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay, Candace. Well, thank you for coming. I hope you take the advice. Please do. Welcome, Food Trade Mike's in the house. We're on a live right now. So I that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, maybe you'll get me more views. So maybe you ought to be in it.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, why don't you introduce yourself, Slops?
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real.
Alright, guys.
There's my daughter. Slops.
Shut up. Why is it red?
What do you mean?
The screen is
why
red.
is the screen red? It looks like pink.
Well, because it's the phone's got to be replaced.
Bro, what is this? Let's go.
You guys had early dismissal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Nah.
why
No, we
you
just
left.
dipped.
All right. You have to work still?
Yeah. Jacob's coming over after.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
He's coming over today, Saturday, tomorrow, and Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I'm just heating up the coffee. Sorry, Slots. I'm trying here. The older I get, the more this is gonna get better. So, I'm almost up to 3,100 subscribers. All right, guys. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my daughter. Thank you. Yeah, she's gonna graduate high school this year. Well, she's a senior. And she's planning on going to some community college, but it's gonna be some type of nursing degree that's gonna go into. I think she wants to work with I don't know. There's like some type of nurse that's in a delivery room when they deliver babies. I forget what it's called. Well, thank you, Candace. All right, time to go down to the dungeon, guys. We got the clothes in. We got the coffee with the gelatin. Oh, Oh, did you did you subscribe, Candace? Yeah, I like to have a good time. Yeah, Key Vision. You know, Key Vision, I was thinking of doing, to be honest with you, man. I was thinking of trying that carnivore diet. But then like the all fruit diet seems the best, but like I don't know if that'd be really the best for me right now, but I was thinking of the carnivore diet. I wasn't sure if the carnivore diet would be something good or not, you know? But I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about the definitely thinking about the carnivore diet. Yeah, I was thinking about meats and fruits. Yeah, I was thinking about the inflammation too, but if you go on YouTube and start looking at these guys, type in carnivore diet, you're going to see these guys and there's one doctor on, they all look really like all right. This is the difference I've seen. The guys that are on all meat, they like have great skin, great hair. They're very muscular, they're very lean, and they look like they have like really, really good, strong bone density. Now, the guys that do all fruit look like they don't look their age, especially the African American guys. Their eyes are as clear as crystal. Their skin is beautiful. Uh, they they look like they're glowing, basically. The carnivore guys don't look like they glow, but the all fruit guys that just do fruit, no carb, none of that, just fruit. Um, and instead of drinking water, they actually take like your more like lemon, watermelons and whatnot, and blend them up and drink that, and that's how they get their water. So they say to hydrate off the fruit, not water, because obviously they say water doesn't really hydrate, which is true, because water is just water. There's nothing hydrating in water unless you add minerals to it, but it's obviously better to get a spectrum off of fruits. So those are the two things that I've seen. Yeah, fruit diet is probably the best, but I think it might be the hardest. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, it might be too inflammatory, but they look good. You got to research it out. And they say for bone health, they say it's really good. So I don't know. Well, then you could go on an all fruit diet and it would probably fix every problem you have. You really got to look, but it's like fruits, berries, melons, things like that from what I've heard on from some YouTube people. Watermelons and pineapples. I think avocados on there, coconuts, a bunch of stuff. So you may want to look into that because the all fruits, yeah, they can, yeah, they from the research that I've seen on YouTube, they can pretty much cure diabetes and a lot of the different ailments. Supposedly, I'm not really sure. Yeah, meats are very expensive. Yeah, unless you go with high. Yeah, unless you go with the crap stuff. I understand. Yeah, I know, because we're programmed to like meat. We're programmed for meat and carbs and sugars, potatoes, candy. That's what we've grown up eating. So to just stick like with a primate diet, like with a, tribal diet, is going to be very difficult. Yeah, fruits and nuts are good. Nuts can be very high inflammatory too, they say. And they say nuts also has a lot of oh gosh, what do they call it? Um uh, uh, there's something in it I forget that can be not good for the gut. I forget what they call it. It's in kale. It's in a lot of vegetables. Um I'm drawing a blank. Okay, Candace, I'll see you. But I mean I like yeah, no salt added, but then if you talk to the carnivore guys, they'll say salt's not a problem. They say as long as you're not eating sugar and carbs and all that stuff, then they say salt doesn't matter, like cholesterol doesn't matter. So it's like just you got to it's all this crazy stuff on YouTube. So I don't really know what to believe, to be honest with you, you know. Um so yeah, it's everything's different. You got workout guys that are lean and big working out saying, you take some baking soda and salt and you add that, while you're working out and it's going to give you better pumps and it's going to give you better stamina. So, I mean, the problem is with a lot of this stuff, it's all in how it's used. If you're a guy that or gal that's working out and doing a lot of cardio and doing a lot of weight training, a lot of this stuff it doesn't affect like if you're more sedentary, aren't doing such physical or such exertion. And I do a lot of exertion, but my exertion is nothing. I'm not trained. I'm not in a boxing gym. I'm not throwing up exertion. So if I was throwing up exertion, I could probably pretty much eat as much sugar as I wanted to, and it wouldn't matter. Yeah, that's the problem. In your case, definitely. Yeah, salt's a culprit. There's a coworker with high blood pressure and she's like hot all the time. She'll get red in the face. She can get very like angry and like yeah, she can get rough to work with. Looks like it's about to snow out there. Yeah. Maybe research the methylene blue. That'll help with mitochondrial health. That's actually specifically what that's for. Um, so I would research into that. The blood pressure's a tricky one, though. That the flyer would be useful for. I would say 10 minutes at least to start if you can. 10 minutes on the flyer 3 times a week and then move up. I think the flyer would actually be pretty good because you could get a good heart rate up doing that. Um, from the flyer, you could even get your heart rate up and then just go down into like a push up type of plank and then just kind of go down into a plank on your forearms and hold that a little bit, like start high and then drop low and then go back on the flyer. And if you do that, your heart rate will increase even more, which is beneficial in small bouts. But not too much because you can't overexert. So I would start the flyer without the planks, just start the flyer if you can for 10, if not for 5 minutes, 3 times a week, every other day. Because that definitely gets everything moving. And I would also recommend raw olive oil. If you, I think you do that, but I would definitely recommend 2 tablespoons of raw olive oil a day, if not three, morning, noon, and night. I would start with, say, morning and night for olive oil. I don't think you need it noon. If you cook at night, don't count the cooking with olive oil. If you cook at night, then have your raw olive oil morning and at the afternoon. If you don't cook at night with olive oil, have it in the morning and the afternoon. I think, and do a tablespoon. I've been putting in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I've almost finished my little 16-ounce bottle of olive oil in like 3 weeks. Oh, okay. So you can't do that. Well, then, um, well, if you can't do planks, so that means you can't do a squat, you can't do anything lower, and you're going to be on the flyer, then what you can always do is, which would be really good, is grab some dumbbells and just do bicep curls, like with a weight that's light enough to do like 20 reps. 20 reps. um 20 to 30 reps. And then by going on the flyer and then holding the flyer like this and then going down and then doing 20 to 30 reps of the bicep curls and then going back on the flyer, that's going to make it harder and a harder grip. So it's actually going to strengthen your grip and it's going to strengthen your arms and it's going to get the heart rate up. So, but I would just start the flyer 10 minutes 3 times a day. If you can't, 5 minutes 3 times a day. Yeah, even if you cook with it, so if you cook with a lot of it, then I would just have 1 tablespoon of raw olive oil in the morning. Because if you're cooking with a lot of it, you're getting a lot in. You don't want to overdo it. So just do one raw because it's better raw than cooked because it's raw. It's not free radicalized, so it's raw. What I would do if I was you is take like that recipe. I would cut up some raw garlic. I would put it in 10 to 12 ounces of water and I would add a tablespoon of olive oil with apple cider vinegar. If you don't do the apple cider vinegar, what I like is when you get that lemon juice, the one that comes in the glass that's organic, not the one that's in the plastic. Throw a few tablespoons of that in there. And then a little bit of the garlic, a little bit of the tablespoon of the olive oil, and just drink it down. And then sometimes if the garlic gets a little tough, you just kind of put a little water, a little bit, a little bit of, a little bit extra water, and just you kind of just swig it around and you drink it. It might take a couple times, but it's good to get it down, and that'd be good. That'd be good too, because the raw garlic is better than the cooked garlic. The cooked garlic is good, but remember it's cooked. Anything raw is better when it comes to that aspect, in my opinion. Olive oil, garlic, definitely better raw. And of course, it's hard to chew garlic raw. So if you cut it up and you swallow it down, it's going to sit in your gut and it's going to really proliferate in there and you're going to absorb it anyways. Well, uh, Chris and Greg, May's Food Reviews, another shout out. Wouldn't say, uh, wouldn't say for weight loss per se. It's really good for your blood. It's good for your arteries. It's good for your capillaries. It's just good for your whole system. Lubrication, joints, hair, skin, liver. Very, very good for the liver. Olive oil is very good for the liver. So you want to make sure it's one sourced. So you look on the bottle and you just make sure it says olive oil Italy or olive oil Spain or wherever. Stop and Shop. I don't know what's by you. There's a good Moroccan olive oil, or Walmart has a good olive oil, and it's just sourced from one area. Sometimes they'll have little things on the bottle of olive oil council or whatnot. But when you see the olive oil that says Portugal, Spain, Morocco, that's not the olive oil you want because they say on YouTube, I heard they have said that it can contain like canola oil, other oils, or the olive oil could be, not as it just it's not a good thing. So you just want something that's just one sourced. So olive oil, Spain, Italy, they're a little more expensive, but if you look at Walmart, if you look at like at the food store that you go to that looks like Stop and Shop, if you check there, if you check Amazon, but Walmart, you might be able to find one. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you the one that I get at Walmart. Yeah, that's what I mean, guys. That's what I mean, everybody. My channel isn't just really about food. I like to do these lives because it helps people. There's things Greg and Chris, you didn't know that. And it's very important to know that because it's going to help you guys better. And if you want to know anything about how to lose weight or how to eat, please, I can do a video for you guys. Just let me know. I don't know if that's something that you're into or you'd like to know, but I can definitely help you guys with diets and with how to eat throughout the day or something if you ever want to get into that. So just shoot me a shoot me a something when it comes to that because I'm all about doing that for people. But this olive oil right here, so it's olive oil by Bari, Bari. All right. I opened this up on 11/27, and that's all I have left. So I'm almost done with the bottle. And if you look on the back, it says there's a thing for an olive oil council, non-GMO. There's another olive oil council thing here. And then it says ingredients, extra virgin olive oil, and it says who it's distributed by, and certified organic. So it's just the olive oil and it's distributed by um Berry Olive Oil Company. And hold on, let me just check something though. Hold on, let me just check something on this because sometimes I get sketched out because it's not it's not showing me where it's sourced from. So I don't know if they're telling me something that it's virgin olive oil, but they're not showing because where it's distributed by has nothing to do. It says certified organic. That doesn't matter. Because it says where it's distributed by has nothing to do to where it's produced in. It has to say where it's produced in. So I don't know if this is an actual. It seems like it is, but something's raising red flags to me on this one here. All right, it says California Olive Oil Council. This mean that, and it's distributed in California, so that must mean it's one source then. I just looked at the back. So this should be good, and it's only $9.99. So you can't go wrong. You know, and if you go to Stop and Shop, there's something that's called a Moroccan olive oil. It has a very good production date to when it was produced to when it expires. It's not organic, but it's $9.99. Sometimes it sells down to $7.99, I think, or something like that. But it's good, and it doesn't necessarily have to be organic because we really do not know where organic comes from, in the sense that we really don't know if it's truly organic. So as long as it's the real thing, organic or not, make sure it's the real thing versus getting an organic and not being the real thing. But yeah, that's the one to look out for at Walmart. Like I said, I look at this stuff all the time. I go in the stores. I'm just one of those dudes. Spotlight. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Anybody knows where that comes from? Wonder Years. Yes. Did I blind you all? Yes. Well, it does say organic, so hopefully it is. Yeah. Yeah. The Wonder Years was great. But yeah, I try to drink. I drink a lot. I drink 2 tablespoons of olive oil a day, and I can go through a clove of garlic a week. Yeah, maybe a little less, depending on how strong I do it. But I have gone through a clove of garlic a week, and 3 or 4 lemons a week sometimes. But it's been a little less. I should be doing a little more. But I did go through 2 pints of blueberries in less than 3 days. It was almost 2 days. Because I blend them up. So, but I should be doing a little more blends. Maybe doing a blend and then doing a blend after and bottling it and then drinking it like later in the day. I think that'd um, be a little more efficient, be a little more beneficial for me. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it would be more beneficial if I didn't eat as much cookies and stuff, and chips and whatnot. But uh, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Hopefully they're not any higher. I'm gonna order some berberine on Amazon. Berberine's really good for that. So yeah, I'm gonna probably check out the berberine. I take yeah, berberine for A1C and also bentophetamine. It's a B1, but it's a fat soluble B1. Berberine is BERBERINE, I believe. You'll see it on Amazon. And then bentophetamine is going to be your fat soluble B1. I actually have a real good one that I found on Amazon. And the bentophetamine is not only good for A1C, but also for like neuropathy as well, like peripheral neuropathy and things like that. It's really good for the neurological system. It's dosed higher, it's dosed in 600 milligrams, but I found one where they're actual not powder, they're actually some type of liquid and with coconut oil, and they're 200 milligrams, and you get a bag of them. So then you can dose they go up to 600 when you see the high dose, but you can gauge it this way here. so I can let you know uh, through that there as well. What and and it's pretty. It wasn't that expensive, and you get a nice amount. So definitely the bentophetamine. For cholesterol and stuff too, there's something called citrus bergamot, which is really good too. Something to look into. Citrus bergamot. Um, so citrus and then bergamot, Bergamont. You're definitely gonna want to look into citrus bergamot, bentophetamine, berberine, and those are probably some of the good ones, and then definitely chromium GTF. Uh, Now makes a good brand, and they're cheap. They're like $10 for a bunch, and they're 200 micrograms. They're not a capsule. These are actually a tablet, but I think they work. But it's chromium GTF. Well, you're gonna want to, yeah, yeah. Well, uh, I would research citrus bergamot. Check that out on Google, and there's stuff on YouTube on citrus bergamot too. Yeah, citrus bergamot. Yeah. Hey, Streak Rob, how are you? Not bad, not bad. Thank you. Are you uh are you a subscriber? Choo choo, thank you. Please, anybody on, subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, no, I would like to be a nutritionist. Maybe I should look into that, but I don't know if they make that much money. I don't know if I'd make more as a dart counselor. Yeah, I like I said, when I went to the nutritionist for the osteoporosis, I pretty much knew more than she did. Um, and she told me to eat broccoli. I didn't know stinging nettle root helped with high SBGH. So like I learned a couple things, but I could have researched that and learned it anyways. She didn't know anything about all fruit diets, and she frowned upon that. She was more of a said that I needed more meat and more cruciferous vegetables, which she probably could be right. But she didn't know anything I didn't know. So and I was paying her $100 a visit out of pocket, and she knew nothing more than me, nothing more than me. So, I believe if I went to school for nutrition too, um, even pharmacology, which would take too long because I understand drugs very easily, pronounce them. I understand interactions. I understand, like when I read my scripts, and I see interactions and I see the technical stuff, I get it all. I can understand that no issue. And I have a good memory with stuff like that, so I'd be able to be a darn good pharmacist, but that's 8 years. I don't have that. And I don't want to be a pharmacy tech because there's not any money in that. Yeah, I did know more, and it was pretty sad that I did. I was pretty bummed that I did, or at least I wasn't impressed with what she knew, and I felt what I knew would help me better if I buckled down. So I felt what she was telling me, if I went carnivore with a little bit of fruit and I buckled to that, I could get myself better probably than her advice. So it's like I already kind of know what I need to do. It's just I don't want to do it. That's the problem. I think if I had more meat products with possibly various fruits and cut out all grains, carbs, sugars, and stuff like that, I think I may benefit more. How we doing? Namaste, my man. All right, Nepal. God bless. Or actually, shall I say, I think you're more spiritual, so spiritually blessed, my brother. What do you a subscriber? If not, please subscribe. Definitely would appreciate it. And Maine's Food Reviews, thank you again for the donation. I definitely appreciate that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Day off, so I'm doing all right. I was going to go shopping, but I had to let somebody use my car, and it's afternoon now, so I'll probably go tomorrow instead because I'll be able to go a little earlier. It won't be that busy now, but I'm kind of, you know, I like to do things a little earlier, so I'll probably just lay low inside today. I may go out to the gas station or something, get a snack, well, a diet soda or something. Yeah, I will. Oh, okay, cool, man. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate. Definitely appreciate. We let it snow. We love each other. We're here to let you know. 'Cause I done say, shall we pray? Love. Ready, watch. Oh, hold on. See, I can make myself burp by doing that. Look. Isn't that weird? All right, I won't do it anymore. That's sick, but I don't know. I can draw in it burps. If I wasn't a bong smoker and so hoarse, I'd be able to sound. But this is, but you know, this is the this is the repercussions of being a bong smoker. You know, you're getting hoarse. You know, probably have not lung cancer, but I probably have lung damage. The only thing saving me is the cardio I do, and the supersets that I do when I weight train. Because I'll tell you right now, going from like going from like you know thank you, mains, like going from like lunges into like uh um goblet squats, you know, is pretty taxing, or you know, doing different things. So thank you, Nepal. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely thank you again. I just washed it out here. Oh, yeah, no. There comes a time when I run sweet in the light. There comes the time. All right, guys and gals, definitely appreciate, man. Definitely appreciate. right, 8 on, huh? Man. Hope I get to the days that we have a lot more. Yeah, I know there's some good. What was I going to say on that? What I done forgot. Well, thank you. I like to think I do. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I would agree with that. You know. Hey, Josh, how are you? What's happening? Randolph, how are you? Oh, how are you, Minchie? If you haven't subscribed, please do. Nice to see you on again, Josh. Josh was following from the beginning of monetization, I think. It's great to see Josh still around. Thank you, Josh. I hope you're enjoying the content. 47. Was born in 77. I'll be 48 in the summer. It sucks. Oh, nice. All right. 61. Cool. $61. All right. Oh, Josh, you look younger than that. That's true. Josh, you look pretty good from your pic there. Nice. Yeah, it is better than the alternative. I agree with you guys. I'll agree with you all there. Definitely better. Where are you from, Josh? May have asked before. Gonna blind y'all. Oh wow, Columbus, Ohio. Dang. Nice. All right. Well, shout out to Josh. Thanks. All right. Definitely appreciate that. 61. Oh, yeah. What are you doing for Christmas, Josh? You have a big family? What do you do for work, Josh? I get curious about you. I get curious about everybody. Probably call me Curious George is the middle name. Used to have a poodle named Jesse. I used to call him Curious George. Unfortunately, I think he got the raw end of the stick, but maybe not. Right, Randolph. Activity does help. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I was technical, I would have done something. I know there's some good money in IT, I hear. I'm not the most technical. I'm more book, like psychology. Thank you. Psychology, philosophy, biology, the sciences. But that all takes, 4 to 6 years, so I'm trying to figure something I can do within 2 hours. I was thinking of dark, drug and alcohol rehabilitation. I was thinking, there's I think there's like a 10-month course to be a machinist, so I could run a machine, but I just don't know if I'll get through, all the educational. I'd probably have to have a lot of tutors, so I'm not sure. Thank you. Thank you, Bibik. Bibik or Bibik? Proudle? Prudel? So that's my dilemma. Like I told you, I get minimum wage where I work, so yeah, I was thinking if I could find something within like a 2 or less year to get me. I know dark, I can start at 25 an hour, which isn't the best, but I think I can get to like 27, maybe a little more, and then if I continue my education, I could get in the 30s, which is okay. So I'm kind of working on the process with that, but we'll see if it goes. I'm trying anyways. Trying to think of different ways. Trying to stay positive with it. It gets tough, it gets hard on me to do that, but I'm trying hard. Trying probably harder than ever these past few months. Oh, it's snowing a little bit. Some snow out there. Yeah, I like psychology. Good stuff. Psychology's good. You know? I like a little psychology. Not gonna lie. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on. All right, everybody. Sorry about the hang. Anybody still on? Nobody's there. I got here. Anybody on? Had to get my blender. Had to get the juice. Yes, everybody. Now we're gonna get the. Yes. Choo choo. Choo choo. Yes, we're on the chew. How's everybody haps with the doing? Dino, how are you? Yeah, we're working on it. How you been, Dino? How are you? Happy Friday, Abigail. Yeah, happy Friday. All right, no doubt. No doubt. Happy Friday. Choo choos. Not bad. Hanging in, you know. No worries. I'll make some notes here. Gonna need ah, crap. Oh, we may have a little something. Here we go. Hold on a sec. So we got that. Need Truvia. Gonna need Band-Aids. Gonna need peanut butter. Yeah, I'm gonna go shop tomorrow. I was gonna go today, but nah, no work today. I was gonna go shopping, but it's already. I'm gonna go tomorrow morning earlier. I'll be doing cardio tomorrow morning, so if I get up, cardio doesn't take too long. Weights take a little longer. You know, if I do an hour and 10 minutes of cardio, that's grueling, but I'm not gonna do that much. I'm gonna shoot for like 40 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. Definitely want to try to hit up that card, you know? Yeah, just like, jogging, jumping jacks, high jumps, split lunges, stuff like that. High intensity type of movements, maybe, but it's kind of tough after a while to, so I kind of look at the steps and the heart rate and just kind of just do different moves to to just get a high heart, to get into the 170s, 160s. 140s is all right, but I try to shoot. I'm usually in the 150s for a while. Yeah, I can't jump rope. I should actually try that. I can't jump rope. Always wanted to go to a boxing gym and learn how to do that stuff. But there aren't too many around me. But I did want to learn, how to jump rope, how to, you know, I definitely would love the cardio aspect of the boxing. Yeah. Jumping rope, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I gotta try. I just always trip myself up. Probably gotta do it outside. I have low ceilings in the basement. Yeah. Now, how did you start? How do you start jumping? Yeah, I'll be doing some eating today. Well, you started jump roping, so what is it? Just basically getting the idea of getting a rope through the foot, getting the cadence. I don't know if you not cadence, but getting the rhythm down to where you're at least able to start with 2 feet, just hopping up and just basically not tripping up against that rope, because it's crazy what they see these boxers do with the rope. I mean, the quickness, it's very intriguing to me. I'm very uncoordinated, so just lifting weights itself is hard for me. I mean, I'm not the strongest, but I mean, I guess I don't know. Yeah. All right, slow tempo. So maybe like maybe like instead of like trying for like how many jumps I can get without tripping up, like do like one and then one, like maybe like get the like idea of it. So like weight training, like you'd start off with like like a very low weight and get the movement down. So you start yeah. So you'd start so you start with the rope and I would jump it and I would get okay, I got it. Jump it again, got it. And get to a point where I'm understanding that and then shoot for like one and then see if I can skip over it. And then don't wait so long and do it again. And then once I get better, then try for two. And then do two. So like build up. So I never thought of it like that. Almost like a weight, almost like lifting weights in a way. I think I could probably do that. All right, I follow you. Yeah, see, I got a general idea. I took a little personal training, so I mean, I have a general idea. It makes it a lot easier to just like I take out a little jujitsu, a little Wing Chun, a little stuff here and there. So like not enough to be proficient at anything, but if I go into a class of it, it makes it easier to roll, or it makes it easier to understand, keeping the hand here before you release and here and your block. I understand the basics, so it's like I just got to balls up and get into one of these classes because I really want to learn. And there's a place near me that does jujitsu and Muay Thai, but so tired after work, I'd probably only be able to train like Friday mornings and then Saturday, maybe Monday nights, Friday mornings, and they have an open rolling on Sunday from like 12 to 2 that I could probably do. But like it's like when I get in there, like I understand it. Like when you shrimp, I'm not the best at it, but when they show it, I get the idea of how to shrimp, and whatnot. So I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, well, I do all right, but I just don't have to give myself the confidence enough to continue. So I appreciate that on the jump rope. I'm gonna try that. Still don't know if I can do it in the house. I might have to do it outside. But I get what you're saying. That makes sense. It's not jump ropes, great cardio. Great cardio. And footwork's tough. Footwork can be tough. I remember in Wing Chun, there was footwork similar to boxing in a way. And it was hard getting the footwork. He had like a square set up, and it was hard. It was hard getting it. But the Wing Chun was cool because hitting the dummies was nice because it hardened up your. Then it had the iron palm, and there was a lot of boxing type of movement, but Wing Chun related. It was pretty cool the way he did it. Um, but he was a thinner, taller guy, but I believe he would have been able to mess someone up. He was quick, and he had some good block. Yeah, I think he would have been able to mess someone up. I think he was pretty good. But I mean, a lot of Wing Chun guys fail too, so it's like a weird thing. But if you're good at anything, but boxing seems to me the best course to go, because that's where you really just, you really learn everything. Definitely probably say. Turn on the money. How long have you been jump roping for? All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you'll be seeing me, and I'll figure out something. Definitely appreciate. Definitely, that's all right. Anybody else on here? Well, we got live, babies. Anybody on? Anybody here? Hello, lend me your ear. Oh, shall I say, here to stay? Wonder way. Live to say, subscribe the way. Oh, yeah. Food train, food train, food train, food train. Yes, yes, yes. Hour 44 in, huh? All right, eating alone, huh? Nice. What are you having? Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Nice. Nah, I didn't eat yet. I had a blend, but I didn't eat yet. Not even that hungry yet. It's weird. I haven't eaten since oh man, I don't know, probably like 8 last night, seven maybe. I'm probably eating for like 16, 17 hours maybe. Except the blend with a tablespoon of olive oil. So 120 calories in 17 hours. Worked out pretty hard too. Today I did back. So yeah. But I am getting hungry. Oh, and I had some coffee with some cream in it, and 3 packets of gelatin, 5 calories a packet. So a little bit. Yeah, I'll be eating. I'm in no rush. Definitely get lazy with eating. Yeah, you're right. That's probably the problem. Non-replenishment. Non-replenishment. Oh man, what's happening? You're right, man. You're right. You're right. Well, yeah, that is something I gotta do. I gotta replenish. Oh yeah, the underwear folded makes it easier. Don't worry about me, guys. We in a dungeon right now. 170. Oh, pushing it when I was on a lot of. Yeah, I was on Zoloft, Lamictal, Zyprexa, Xanax, And uh, um, what's the ADHD drug? I'm drawing a blank. Um, there's that ADHD drug because I told her I was tired, and I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. um, but either way, I was 170. I was pushing. I got up to like 140, and that's when I deadlifted 300 for one rep. I think I was benching like 185 for six at that time. So it seemed like as I was gaining a little weight, my strength and stuff was going up. But this was like back in 2014, 2013. And then, no, 2012. I'm sorry. Then I went to a boxing gym and I did the boxing cardio and I leaned out a bit. And then before the gallbladder issue, I was getting up to about 130, but I was getting a lot of fat in my stomach. So the problem is if I like eat to bulk, it's got to be a clean eating, like a lot of chicken and rice and stuff, because if not, I'm going to get really fat in my stomach and I'm going to lose my definition. I don't have the best genetics, so I would say like 140, 146, but I range between like 116 and 120, 123 is usually my range right now. I'm 5'5", and I know that's not the best, Josh. Plus, with the osteoporosis, I mean, that kind of freaks me out. I have small wrists, you know what I'm saying? Like you see, but that's why I, try to get heavy, try to move heavy weight, the heaviest that I can, because I want to provide a lot of stimulus. But I'm starting to lighten up and really concentrate. Like when I was doing the one arm rows, I really get the stretch and I let the dumbbell go to the floor and I pull it up, squeeze, and then I've been starting out lowering it like real slow and like tighten it up as I lower it. Seeing maybe if I can, stimulate, I'm starting to think maybe in some exercises, even with bench, I think I'm gonna go into it a little bit where I'm trying to focus more on more on the squeeze and more on the form. Yeah, negatives are good. So like come down slower and then up more and it's slower. So I'm gonna try some different stuff, you know. But I'm a horrible bencher, not great at the shoulder press with the barbell shoulder press. Squats, barbell squats are getting better. They're not recommended for people with osteoporosis, but I've been doing them the whole time and I'm not going to stop. Uh, and then I do some other stuff, some glute bridges where I put the weight little between on my upper thigh there and I bridge up and I usually hold it 3 to 4 seconds and come down slow to try to help keep that lower spine stronger if it does. It seems to, I don't know, so I'm trying different things, but I really need to be cutting like sugar, carbs, and junk food probably to benefit myself the most. But I try to do what I can, I guess. It's just one of those things, but it does depress me and it worries me at times and stuff. So I mean, it's like I just get a little overly stressed with stuff, but I try to just. That's why I wake up, between 2 and 2:30, get out of bed, and you know get the exercising in, and excuse me. Yeah, that's what I try to do. So we'll see what happens, I guess, right? But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, negatives are good. You know. Yeah. Uh, I try to do 5 with the weights and 2 with cardio. So like I try to do 7 days. So sometimes 6. Cause what do I do? Chest, shoulders. Yeah, I can do 4. Usually 4 and 2. Thank you, huge ass. What do you mean by that? Oh, in the mail. I thought you meant on here. So yeah, that's what I do. Oh, I love chicken nuggets. No, how are you, Abigail? So yeah, that's what I do. Like five weights. I do the bro split, but sometimes I'll pair up. Like I pair up like shoulders and arms. I've been starting to do like legs and back and arms sometimes. Chest is always just chest because so I don't know. I don't know. Like on chest, I don't know about that. I mean, like when I do my chest, sometimes I do a 5x5 or a 3x5, and sometimes I do 4 sets of 8 to 10, 10 to 12, or whatever. Um, and then I'll go into uh, sometimes there's some push-up pumps after that. Then I'll go into like uh, incline dumbbell uh, press, chest press. I might follow that by standing plate raises, superset, do 3 sets of those, a total of 6 sets, and then some other stuff, dips, um, maybe some other push-up variations, and then I try to fit burpees in. So I try to, hit 10 sets of burpees if I can too. So I was thinking of adding more burpees and pull-ups. So I try to switch stuff around. But I mean, I don't really gain any muscle, so I don't know if what I'm doing really does anything. You know what I mean? It's weird. Thank you, Abigail. Well, I'm down for a super thanks, huge ass. A huge ass, shall I say? Abigail, yeah, no, thank you, appreciate it. Like I said, I'm training at 3:15, 3:30 in the morning. So it's not very easy, you know? So it's not the easiest training that early. Trying to get, trying to increase the bench, increase the squat. Well, increasing the squat's actually been easier. I've been going low. Like I keep my feet almost not together, but like maybe this far apart, and I just go straight down. I don't arch my back anymore. I just go straight down and up. Yeah, it might be a lot. I might only need like, yeah, it might be a lot. Well, if you got yeah, my work, yeah, well, I don't know. If you have any ideas, uh, let me know. But yeah, it could be a lot. I could maybe take some stuff out. Long time. So that's a problem too. Yeah. So we got here for the battery's almost running out. Battery's almost running out. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I just work out at home. Cool. Now, where are you from again, Abigail? Oh, okay. Wow. Dang. All right. Sounds nice down there. Nice. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Nice. New York. New York, Massachusetts. Yeah. How old are you? Oh, all right. Nice. All right. I'm 47. Getting there. Yeah, no, I hear you. Same here. Definitely not. Definitely not. There you go. 10 on the money, huh? Oh, wow. Cool. Nice. Wow, 15. Nice. Huh. All right. Cool. Wow. That's awesome. Wow. Hey. Okay. Nice. No brothers, one sister. $37. Yeah, yeah. It could be. Could be a possibility. Let's see my battery. All right, battery is running low. Now we got a couple more minutes. Hold on, let's try something.